Very funny guy. Please help me welcome Mr. Chuck Reed.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey. Hello. Now, I don't know who's worse, men or women, but sometimes a woman can be evil in a way that a man's mind just wouldn't think to go. The other day, I was talking to my buddy, and he was telling me how sometimes he talks in his sleep, which is a pretty weird problem to have. But apparently one night he's sleep talking, and now this wakes up his wife. And I guess the feminine evilism begins to bubble up inside of her, because she decides that this would be a pretty good time to try to extract some intel. Oh. So she begins to interrogate him in his sleep. But I guess all sorts of bells, whistles, and alarms start going off in his head, because as men we have built-in protection for this. And he wakes himself up to find his wife asking him questions about where he'd been recently and who he was with. I mean, could you imagine? After you go to sleep at night, your partner turns into some type of FBI investigator. So last Tuesday, you went out to get milk, but it took you 2 hours. You claimed it was along lines. Tell me what really happened. I mean, it would be awful. I mean, guys, could you imagine the type of shit your wife could get you to divulge? Because you know she'd be in there asking questions like, so the meatloaf I made for dinner, how was it really? It was awful. Or, so who at your office would you sleep with? Tina. Is that the one with the big boobs? Ass too. It'd be terrible, right? And it wouldn't take you long at all either, ladies, before you got to questions like, so what are you thinking? Or, what am I getting for Christmas? Evil, ladies, you are evil. Lucky for me, I don't have that problem. I'm like a freaking Volt when I go to sleep. Ask me anything after I fall asleep. Get no answers. I'm better than a trained special agent captured by the Russians. So, where are you hiding the bombs, Mr. Chuck? Tell me where they are now. Nothing. You would get nothing out of me. Now, there's been a few changes at my house recently. And recently, we decided to cut off the cable. Now, it's not because we thought the TV shows and programs were bad or anything, or because there's 100 different options online, all for free, or even because we were already streaming Netflix and Amazon Prime videos. No. We decided to cut off the cable because of the goddamn commercials. I hate most commercials today. They're so awful with misinformation, or so just out of touch with reality. I can even remember the commercial that did the cable in. Yep. The straw that broke the cable's back. It was a Cheerios commercial. You may have seen it. One day, the wife and I are sitting on the couch watching TV, and this Cheerios commercial comes on, where it shows this mom who wakes up in the morning and gets out of bed after her toddler has already been up for a little while. So this irresponsible mom gets out of bed, goes to the kitchen to discover that a box of cereal has been tipped over and there's Cheerios spilled all over the place. And now she's puzzled as to how this could have happened. As she takes another step and crunch, she steps on a Cheerio with her bare foot. And she looks down and says, "Oh, fuck!" No, that's not what she said. But that's what I would have said. In fact, she says nothing. So she's irresponsible and emotionless. But now she notices that there's a trail of Cheerios that goes out of the mess out of the kitchen and down the hall. And now for some reason, she still hasn't put two and two together yet and just called the kid into the kitchen to come clean up the mess. No, instead she decides to suspiciously follow the trail. Which every horror movie ever has taught us not to do. I mean, you don't go outside and inspect the strange noises that you heard. You don't follow the mysterious trail to see where it leads. No. So this irresponsible, emotionless moron follows a trail of Cheerios out of the kitchen, down the hall, and into her daughter's room. To find her daughter sitting there, playing with her stuffed animals, eating the Cheerios. I mean, this kid has the smoking gun in hand. No, she's not talking her way out of this one. So I'm going to nudge my wife, telling her, look, this kid's going to get it. And now does mom spank the kid? No. Does she yell at the kid or give her a timeout? No. She doesn't even give this kid a dirty look. So this irresponsible, emotionless moron who clearly lacks discipline just stands there and smiles with a look on her face like, oh, that is so dear. So is that what I'm supposed to be like when my kids spill cereal all over the goddamn place? Cheerio says I'm supposed to just stand there and smile and think, oh, too cute. Well, fuck you, Cheerios, because that shit is upsetting. And when you're from where my kids are from, kids get beat for shit. So let me give you the real life version of that commercial. Okay? Mom wakes up in the morning, gets out of bed. Before the little hellion gets up and starts causing mayhem. She gets up, goes to the kitchen, starts the coffee maker. Little kid wakes up, goes to the kitchen, goes to the pantry, and says, can I have some Cheerios? And mom looks down and says, no! We're paying. All right, so lastly, I want to leave you here with a joke. It's not really my joke, but it happened to me, so I guess it's my joke now. But I came off a plane coming from Denver, right here to Albuquerque. And as I was walking off, there was a janitor there, and he was walking beside me, who apparently worked there at the airport. And he's yelling to somebody up in front of us. He's saying, Jose! Jose! And he turns to me and says, he's got a brother named Hoseby. All right, that's what happened, you guys. Good night.
Give it up for Chuck! Chuck Ruiz, everybody. All right, wonderful. To change the